What's going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. I wanted to give you guys an updated video on my scooter. You know, I love my scooter, honestly. I've put 351 miles on this bad boy, and I'll guys that. So, you know, I am here on what is called Mountain View Corridor Trail. You know, so I tested the limits today on my scooter. Now, it's good to know that, you know, Flankster is a big guy, 6'4", 260 plus pounds. And, you know, the scooter's advertised at going 72 miles. Now, that might be true if you weigh 100 pounds, but for me, definitely not. Today, I tested the limit, and I'm gonna get about 30 miles. Now, to get that, you do have to go about 10 to 15 miles an hour, depending if it's a hill or not. So, you know, like right now, I'm just cruise control 10 miles an hour because I have 2 bars left. And I still have about 10 miles to get before we get to Flankster's home. But this is a really nice trail. We have a really good view of the mountain. It's like a bike trail. You know, as you can see, a biker coming up onto us right now. So I generally ride my scooter about once a week. So, yeah, it's like a tradition of mine. Every Sunday, I like to go on like anywhere from 16 to 20 mile scooter ride. You know, and I generally like to take this trail so I get away from cars. One big annoying thing with these type of scooters is flats. I swear to Jupiter, I got a flat, and then ever since then, I feel like almost every time I ride my scooter, I got a flat. It was so annoying. One time I was super excited to go on a scooter ride, go get some donuts at this really nice local bakery. And within half a mile of leaving my house, I got a nail in my back freaking tire. Pissed me off. And it's always the back tire that seems to get it, because that's where most of your weight is, especially if I'm like sitting down. So flats are really annoying. Now, I've done everything I can to sort of minimize flats. I installed this really strong ooze. It's not lime, it's a stronger version. As well as I've done this like tire liner that's supposed to prevent flats as well. So I've done both of that. And, you know, I recently got a flat in my front for the first time, and that was annoying to fix, because fixing a flat is not easy, and it takes about an hour of your time. It's extremely annoying and difficult. So flats are probably the biggest annoyance. Second would be the battery. I wish these things could go longer. I'd love to be able to go 30 miles an hour this whole trip, but due to the battery, I can only go 10 miles, which isn't nearly as fun. So generally, I don't go 30 miles on this. I'll do 20 miles, going 20 to 30 miles an hour. You know, it's just a lot more fun. However, I do enjoy a nice scooter ride. You know, as you can see, you got beautiful views of the mountains here. Those are the Ocher Mountains here in Utah. And this trail is really nice. There's just, you know, it's like smooth, not bumpy, away from cars. I just see a few bicycles, some people on scooters, and then walkers. You know, and this trail goes for like 20 miles. Like, it's a really long trail, and it's right near my house. So generally, I like to go on this unless I'm going somewhere else. But this trail goes right along this big freeway you can see here to the right where the cars are driving. So yeah, I mean, I've driven the scooter 351 miles. I gotta say, I do really enjoy it. To me, it's de-stressing. When you're going fast, especially down a hill, I don't know if you guys have skied or not, but if you ski or snowboard and you go down a big hill where you don't need to slow down and you just feel like you're flying and so free, that is the same feeling I get on a scooter. If I'm going 25 plus miles per hour on my scooter, and especially down a hill, that feeling is awesome, folks. Now we're coming up here to a light. However, I don't see any cars. I'm just gonna freaking go. You know, so this thing can get really cool. Oh gosh, I'm cool. Well, oh gosh. Ugh. Well, there's my first crash of the scooter. Alrighty, folks, so let's talk about it. Yes, I just crashed Jupiter's cock. I have never crashed this scooter. Well, when I first got it, I kind of accidentally pressed on the power when I wasn't sitting on it and the scooter fell, but me actually falling, this was the first time. The reason it happened is I had my cell phone at a weird angle trying to get you guys better views. You know, it's on a cell phone holder, but it didn't have the top straps on, and the phone was starting to fall off. So as it was starting to fall off, of course I panicked. I don't want to drop my brand new phone, so I immediately tried to grab it, which was a bad idea, because then my wheel, you know, basically went like this, and that caused me to crash. Now, I'm only going 10 miles an hour, so, you know, if you're going 30 miles an hour, that's a huge different story. 10 miles an hour, you know, it's like almost falling while walking, you know. So luckily I have a helmet, so, you know, my head just hit the ground, not the helmet, not a big deal. And there's no damage to the scooter or the phone, but yeah, still embarrassing. It was right as I was crossing the road, so a bunch of cars saw me. Oh my goodness. So yeah, definitely pay attention when you're on a scooter. I'm not going to film another YouTube video while I'm driving. It is difficult, and you got to pay attention on these things. You know, it's funny, my brothers they always tell me about people who die in the news. You know, like 2 people died on a scooter in Salt Lake City last month. You know, one of them was drunk, and she was on the sidewalk, and she went over a giant, like, crack, and, you know, caused her to crash. Like, if you go over a big pothole, you will crash in this scooter. So you do have to watch where you're driving, not go over giant cracks, bumps, you know, and stuff like that, because it will definitely affect you. These are small tires, and so, you know, you can crash this quite easily. Now, had I not been filming YouTube, I definitely would not have crashed it. You know, I always pay attention on these things. In general, I'm just listening to music. You know, I have a Bluetooth speaker attached. But yeah, that's one reason I also stay away from cars, just because cars, you know, is another big reason people die on scooters, not only to crashing due to, you know, stupid stuff, but also just cars, you know, will hit you, you know. That doesn't mean you shouldn't necessarily get a scooter just because, you know, you can die on it. People die in cars all the time, but you still drive them. So yeah, but overall, I do like having a scooter. I wish it had better battery life. I wish the tires wouldn't get as flat so easily, and you didn't get a, you know, wreck so easily. I do like having a seat. I sit down a lot just because standing up, my feet get tired after like 5 minutes, and I'd hate to go on a 20-mile ride standing the whole time, you know. So I definitely highly recommend a seated scooter. You know, I installed the phone holder, Bluetooth speaker, and a mirror so I can look behind myself. You know, and I can show you guys, you know, once I'm home and parked, what all that looks like. But I mean, if I could buy it again, would I? I mean, yes and no. Like, I could have just bought a statue for the price of this scooter. This gives a more, obviously, like, thrilling and physical joy versus statue visual joy. They both bring about different things. I'm not going to die looking at a statue or crash and get hurt, you know, and flats are really annoying. But I mean, overall, I do enjoy a scooter. I don't know if I'd buy another. It would definitely need to be much better technology where I could go, like, way longer. Like, I hate the fact I can only go 30 miles, you know, going super slow. I'd love to go 100 miles going 50 miles an hour. You know, so I think when the technology is there, I would buy another scooter. Until then, you know, I'll just drive mine till it's death and, you know, throw it away at that point. I probably wouldn't buy another scooter. Until they fix the technology. And there's a lot of things out there like that. Like, you know, for example, PlayStation VR. I had the first one. I enjoyed it. I sold it. I'm not going to buy another one until they fix the technology. You know, I don't want a cord. I want the screen to be full screen, not like you're looking through binoculars. And the quality just isn't there. Like watching Netflix, it's all grainy. Video games, grainy. It's just not that good, especially compared to my television. So, yeah, I'm not going to buy another VR until they fix the technology. Same thing with a scooter. I love the idea of scooters. I think they're very fun, but I won't buy another one until they fix the technology. Anyways, folks, that is it. Hope you all enjoyed that crash. I'm sure some of you will. Like, comment, subscribe, and have a great day.